Hey y'all. All right, so we're gonna go short and pink today. This is let me dismiss that. Okay. This is Alexis. I think it's Alexis by Vella Vella. And she is beautiful. Once you go short, which I'll be long in 5 minutes from now, y'all know how I do. I'm a chameleon. um Anyways, my doctor is going to be messing with my ears today, and I don't want her to rifle through a whole bunch of hair. Come up here. Come up here. Mira, come up here. Thank you. Lay down and just chill. Lay down, nosy bones, because you're getting all in my business. Lay down. Thank you. So, one of the most frustrating things about dealing with a narcopath, narcissist, is you try to use logic with them, and your argument sounds really good and it makes a lot of sense. However, when you're dealing with someone who doesn't think like you do, okay, they don't think like you do, and they don't have a logical brain like you do, and they're a pathological liar, and they can't handle shame. Okay. When you factor in, and their brain is just not, I mean, like I said, CAT scans have proven that their brain is not right. There's damage in their brain. Multiple sections of the brain has damage. So you're not going to get through to somebody who can't operate on a normal level. You're not going to get through to them. You're just not. So the only thing that you can do is get away from them, because you will be arguing from now until you die. Do you really want to do all that? Because I'm pretty sure you don't. I am pretty sure you don't want to sit here and argue with somebody who has an abnormal brain and slick talk on top of all of that, and they're just not normal in the head. So you're not going to get through to them. You're never ever ever going to give them an aha moment, like, you know what, I never thought of it like that. Thanks for opening up my mind to that, because I sure as heck wouldn't have come up with that on my own. That's not going to happen, honey. That's never going to happen. So your best bet is to get away from them as soon as you can. Be careful who you lay down with. Be careful who you make children with. And I've said that I don't know how many times. Use birth control, women. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Have a girlfriend go with you to the doctor if you're scared to have that conversation. Have her go with you. You know, that's the responsible thing to do. So you do not get locked in to a toxic person by having children with them, because all that does is give them more power. What are they obsessed with? Power. Last thing you want to do is give them more power. They're addicted to power. Addicted to it. So you really don't want to give them more power. They will be using that kid against you from now until and forever. You don't want to do that. And don't rush anything. Don't let them rush you. Let's move in. When you know, you know. We love each other. What's the problem? Do you not love me? Is that why you're hesitating? Why can't we move in together? I know we met last week. So what? When you know, you know. Don't let them do that. You are the boss, the CEO, CFO, the president and vice president of your life. And as such, you decide to pump the brakes, because they want to speed things up, because it keeps them in control, or so they think. When you know, you know. And if someone's trying to guilt you into doing something that they want you to do, oh, you don't love me? Why are you hesitating? I thought you cared about me. That's not a good person anyway, because a healthy person would say, I'm disappointed. I know I'm going too fast. I am. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I need to slow my roll. You're right. I need to slow my roll. And I respect how you feel. I feel sad and I feel disappointed, but you know what? Life goes on. We will take our time. There is no rush. That is a healthy response, not oh, why are you tripping? That's not normal. That's not a normal response. That's not a healthy response. It's not. It's just not. So, that's, I mean, the most exasperating experience is trying to have a normal conversation with them and their comprehension is zero on what you're saying. Now, you could say it in front of a 3-year-old and they will understand and they will break it down on a 3-year-old level by saying, well, what you're saying is da 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 da, and they understand. But somebody who has a narcissistic brain cannot compute that. And you think you sound crystal clear, and to you and healthy people, you make a lot of sense. Not to a narc, you don't. To a narc, you are being critical. You are coming down on them. You are attacking me because they go in baby mode. Y'all know that. They can't handle shame, and any type of constructive criticism to them is damning. They hear you're a horrible person and you never should have been born. That's not what you said. Okay. What you said was, I really want to slow things down. I'm just using that as an example. There's endless examples, right? I just want to slow things down. Oh, so you're calling me an idiot for rushing? You're saying I'm rushing because I don't know how to make good choices? That's how it gets interpreted in their head. You're attacking them. You're a bad person now because you're condemning them. And regardless of what the topic is, you're still condemning them. Even though you said it in a loving way, even though you said it in a non-attacking way, a narc miscomputes what you said, and they are never going to get an aha moment, and they're never going to understand what you meant because they just don't get it. Their brain doesn't work like that. That's like you handing your checkbook, if you still write checks, you giving your checkbook to a 2-year-old and saying, balance the checkbook for mommy. Your kid's going to be like, I don't know. I don't know what you want. They're going to look at you very puzzled because they don't understand what in the blue hell you're talking about. That's a narc. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. And for narcs who have had overindulgent parents, which a lot of them have had, it's not always abuse as in beating them down and whooping them and dad was an alcoholic and mom was a crackhead. We're not talking about that. Overindulgence is abuse too. Mel and Don, that's 2 parents of hippie. Overindulgence is abuse too. A lot of parents don't get that. They don't get it. And they don't want their child to grow up. Well, you've got your wish because now they're a narcissist. They've got brain damage because of how they were treated and I'll explain to you why they got brain damage and why everything went awry when you rolled out the red carpet for them. They just don't get it. When you overindulge your child, you are going against the grain. Anytime you go against the grain, there's going to be a problem. Okay? You're going against the grain. The normal thing to do is the child can express themselves in a respectful way. You give the child choices. You discipline them, but you also show them that you love them. You're not a drill sergeant all the time or overindulgent all the time. I don't have to give you rules and regulations because I love you. You don't go one extreme or the other. You have to have a balance. Anytime you go against the grain, you're going to have problems. Major problems. And narcissism is the result. And because these parents overindulge, Oh, so warm. Because these parents overindulge, and it goes against the grain, narcissists are children. They're very immature. Very. Hi, baby. You're such a big doggy. Big doggy. You're horsey. There are children, and some parents are tickled to keep their child oppressed and suppressed. And that's going against the grain. What's normal is I give you all the tools. If I'm a parent, right? I discipline you and I love you. I don't do one or the other. I have a balance. And in addition to that, I give you the tools so that when you're old enough, you can get a job, you can go to school, you can get a job, and you can eventually move out on your own. That is the normal way of doing things. Putting diapers on an adult is not the normal way of doing things. It's going against the grain. So it's stupid. But some people are horny. Because they're horny, they have children. And that doesn't make them qualified to be a parent. And unfortunately, there's a lot of underqualified parents out there. They just decided to be irresponsible, or they decided to be a parent, and they never ask themselves, am I really equipped to be a good parent? Did I read any good books on parenting? Did I go to parenting classes, or did I do research on being a good parent from a professional, psychologist or expert in childcare or whatever it is? I'm just going to be a parent. That's kind of arrogant, because it doesn't mean you're going to be a good one. And a lot of parents are not good parents. And unfortunately, having children is not contingent on whether you're a good parent, going to be a good parent. It's contingent on whether you've got the right body parts that fit together. Did I go there? Yes, I did. Be careful who you make children with. Be careful. Because that could be something traumatic that you deal with the rest of your life, because now the narc has power over you. Unless they abandon you and the child forever, which might be a good thing, and just explain to the child it's not your fault. And speaking of that, and I'm going to let y'all go because I'm getting ready to go to doctor's visit soon. Lee Hammock has a book out. Him and his wife co-wrote a book together called It's Not Your Fault. And it's on Amazon. And it's for children who have dealt with a narcissistic parent or parents, and mommy and daddy have always had terrible, terrible fights, and it's just been nothing but a nightmare. And the name of the book is called It's Not Your Fault, and it helps them deal with those challenges on a level that they can understand. So much love to you guys. Y'all take care, and talk to you later. Bye.